All right, welcome everybody. Going to turn the page now to Minnesota's defense and preview them for the upcoming game this Saturday at Paycor Stadium versus the Cincinnati Bengals. And one of the things with the Vikings defense is really, really good against the run. They don't have very many big plays against them. They're number 10 overall statistically in yards. To compare, Bengals are 31st right now. Bengals give up 379.2 a game. The Vikings under Brian Flores right now are only giving up 311.2. Rush defense is number 5, 92 yards a game, as opposed to the Bengals, who are 24th. But the pass defense for Minnesota is kind of where they've struggled, if you want to say. They're in the middle of the pack. They're number 14, 218 yards a game. But they're only giving up 18.6 points a game. And, that's something, that's the biggest thing right there is, you'd rather be ranked highly in the lack of points given up as a defense. They do have 36 sacks on the season. In reference, the Bengals have given up on offense 33 sacks. So roughly in the same range right there. As we look at their defense, let me flip over. Here we go. Hold on. I got to click back over for that. I've already talked about their offense. Let's talk about their defense. Now we're cooking with grease. See, this is what happens when you're recording a show and you're not trying to hide anything. This is what we do. All right. So talking about their defense. Now, there have been a few big runs against them, and I want you to picture Chase Brown running this run. This is one of those runs I think that the Bengals have started to install around Chase Brown, and you can see when you get these guys into space over here and you get Chase Brown, with the speed going around the edge, same kind of thought process. But I think those kind of plays can work against them. And again, I want you to pay attention to this. That's Harrison Smith. Lots of edge pressure. I mean, a lot of edge pressure. So right there, if you can figure out where to run against it, if they run it in certain situations, run away from it. Simple. Sometimes you want to run into it. I mean, run a screen into it. Right here, this is again. Look at the pressure. Edge. He kind of comes down like he's coming off the edge. He stops, but again, I mean, you got double edge pressure really right there, and you're running duo straight into it, and like he just runs right past it. And this is the same play right here that you saw Mixon bounce around against the Colts, and right there, just Kamara bounces around. He decides to take it up. Now they called I believe they called this right here for holding, which it's either that or that, one of the two. Probably that one right there. But again, it's one of those things where I think the run games, if you just run some of the stuff they're already running with the Bengals, you should be fine. Now looking at some TFLs and why it's happening. Again, if you're going to run outside zone, you got to be able to take their edge setters and move them out a little bit. And I think that's you can see right here with 87. See how he turns. Well, that forces this to have to go up there. If you keep your head on the outside of this guy and drive him and start running him sideways, you can open this up. Because if Jacobs could get around that, they're fine. But again, you can't allow that to happen, and there's nowhere to go. And people are going to say, well, Josh Jacobs, man, he's just not the guy he was. Well, go try to run into that yourself. Again, edge blitzes. Okay, another edge blitz. Edge blitzes. Now watch Sheldon Day, number 52 right here. This is a guy you got to keep your eye on. He's a pretty good sized dude. And he just says, nope, tight end, get off me, man. I'm going to take you and I'm going to chunk you down like a rag doll because my man 44 is going to come in and boom. That's Justin Fields. He's probably like, come on, man. What are you trying to do to me, man? Oh. So anyway, they got some big dudes up front that they got to get taken care of, double teams. Now they do have when I say they got like big long arm D tackles. And when I say a D tackle, I'm talking about the guys that play inside here. If you watch number 97, Harrison Phillips right here, watch what he does here. He goes underneath, but he gets his hands on him, and then he ends up doing this. But see how 79 is kind of lunging a little bit? Can't do that versus these long arm dudes that can look at that. I mean, look at the play this guy makes. So you just can't lunge versus these kind of players. You have to be under control, kind of like they're doing right there, kind of like these two are doing, under control, and then work your way off, kind of under control. But right here, 79 lunges, gets beat, can't do that. Now looking at some big passes that have happened against the Vikings. Like I said, they're a big pressure team. They're a big edge pressure team. But again, this is I believe this was 3rd and 21. Okay, and I get it. But again, the Bengals have gotten so good at screens. I'll show you this too from the end zone. I mean, I could see the Bengals blocking here, Chase Brown or Mixon catching that sucker right there, and taking this thing a lot further than this. You know what I mean? Getting this thing up here, and doing something. So, again, I think that, the screen game could be big if they want to continue doing it. But you got to find ways to do it. Maybe instead of having the back on this side and coming out, or instead of having the play action, maybe you bring him across the formation to cause some eye candy for some of these guys back here, get them lost a little bit, and then get the ball out there. You could also throw receiver screens kind of in the same location too at times if you needed to. Now this is cover 2 man, and if you see this, watch, they're going to bring this guy down into. These are not pick games, but you're playing. You bring 3 guys and you put them in kind of a short area right there, and then watch how they all stack each other right here, and you see how it causes a kind of a traffic jam right there. Well, when that traffic jam gets caused right there, you see what 13 does. He kind of comes in here and he takes off inside. I mean, again, that's some stuff that I've seen Tyler Boyd do a million times. And but that's something you can do with these guys when they want to play this kind of cover 2 man. Again, this was on 3rd and 7. So right now, they're usually probably going to get pressure, which it looks like you can call this a pressure, but they're eating this guy up front. If that guy leaves, he'll peel with him. But they're bringing 5-man pressure, playing 2-man, and but you can see right here again, pretty good space right there that he got just from bringing those guys in and kind of stacking them in there. Now this is cover 0, and you saw the play that Mike Hilton made against Indianapolis when Indianapolis got in there, and then Bengals went cover 0. Same thought process here, and then they're gonna kind of eat the back up with somebody up here. But what they're gonna do, I mean, this could be big if you can initially just hold up, kind of like they're doing. See how Justin Fields kind of drifts, and then right here, it's cover 0. So all he's doing, he's blocking, making them think, oh, he's not. Because look, you lose him. Remember I told you this guy's covering him. Watch, you lose him. He draws back. Here he comes underneath. Now again, this was 4th and 10. 4th and 10, guys. Conversion, big play. So find when they get into things like that. And why? And again, I'll bring this up. Why do people run cover 0 from right here? It's because you can kick a 56-yard field goal from here, but if you sack him, you knock him out of field goal range for sure. That's why a lot of people will run cover 0, because they think, okay, if you catch it and whatever, it's 4th down anyway. But that's why a lot of people will do cover 0 on like 3rd down. That's why they'll do it right there. So just a little tidbit. Now some sacks. They got some dudes up front that can rush the passer. So this is DJ Wanham. He's number 98. He's the guy right here. And again, it's just straight up run around, but they got to be able to handle this. Like if you use chips, like if this guy should be here chipping on the outside, make sure he's there. Cause this guy looks like he's setting, thinking he's going to be here chipping. So, Kamara didn't quite get the chip there, and I don't know if that's what he was supposed to do. But again, if you're the tackle, you don't set saying he has to be there because you might lose your chip. Now this is Danielle Hunter. Danielle Hunter is been playing for a long time, man, a long time. And I want you to watch. He's up top right here, and he's going to come up and he's going to spin underneath. But I also want to talk to you about what they're doing here, the type of play they're doing here from the end zone. Watch Jameis Winston. So they're pointing here, whatever, and then watch Jameis Winston come up. He changes it. He's like, whatever he says here. So you see these guys talking. So this guy was probably supposed to blitz initially, but now he's like, you know what? You blitz because they want to get somebody on Kamara. Because right here, watch, you end up getting him on Kamara, which Kamara, good block by, good job. Push him into that wall right there. Good block by Kamara. Problem is you lose him in a check down, and he's one of probably the better receiving backs, obviously, in the league. But if you watch this move by Danielle Hunter, and Danielle Hunter's been playing a long time, man. Big, long guy, like the rest of that group up there. Again, this one, same thought process. Blitz the back. And you can see it right here. This number 45, his name is Tony Dye, number 45. But here's why you don't cut on a normal, like a 5 to 7 step drop back. If it's a quick game and he catches it and he throws it right now, cut all you want. But here's the thing. They're going to blitz the back to keep the back in. But look, if you cut him, you see what happens? He can get right back up and make tackle. So right here, like 22 should just stay up on him and just block him. Just block him, man. Just be a man. Step up in there and block him. Don't go cut him like that. All you're doing is allowing him to get right back up and go make the play. Now, this was a linebacker pick blitz with a lack of a better term. Josh Metellus, number 99. I'm sorry, at number 44, and then Danielle Hunter. So, excuse me. I want you to watch this right here. He's going to come in and pick, and he's going to do this and come around. You see that? So he runs in and purposefully goes and picks 72 to clear him up. So they got to be ready for that. These things, I mean, right there, unfortunately, the back would have to pass this off to go pick up Danielle Hunter, and you'd have the back on Danielle Hunter. Probably not the best matchup either. But they do a lot of this. They're really good up front. Got to stay out of the passing situations. Got to stay out of all that. Now, this is something you see the Bengals do all the time. That's Danielle Hunter, big DN we've been talking about. All right, there's you a linebacker out there. So all they've done is, like, instead of the linebacker being here and DN, they put the linebacker here. That's bad, really bad LB, and the DN right here. And what they're doing is they're going to run pick games with this. And you see how he's going to run here, and then he's going to come back around over here. And again, I mean, they're tough. There's tough passes. You can pass them off. Don't get me wrong. You can pass these off, but you got to work these. I mean, this is something right here. I mean, even if he stays in front of him right here, these two have got to be able to pass this off. And you can tell right now, 72 is setting vertically, trying to take him over. But 70 gets turned too much. 70 should really be blocking him right now. And 68 should be in front of him more right there, and this would be a better pickup. But, again, those things are hard, man. I'm making them sound like they're easy. Those things are not easy to pick up by any means. But that's some things that they do, man. I mean, the run game, they're going to do everything to take the run game away from you and make you beat them in the air. But when they get you into a passing situation, they're going to turn their jets on right there, and they're going to try to get to you in their pass rush, which they're really good at. Edge pressures. Harrison Smith's been doing it for years. I remember this guy from probably when I was with the Bengals coaching against him, and edge pressures. I know for sure when I was with the Lions, we'd play the Vikings, and it would be will-free safety, 6-7 times a game when Zimmer was there. And I know, Brian Flores is not Zimmer, but they're still bringing him because they know what he's good at. So, but that's what they're going to have to do. I think the Bengals just are going to have to keep that rhythm going, man, that they got on offense. And whenever they get that going, just keep hitting them where they want to give it to you. You don't have to take the big play every time. Just keep taking what they give you, take what they give you, and just break them over time. But again, Saturday at Paycor, Minnesota Vikings will take on the Bengals. Bengals right now are 4-point favorite. Please subscribe to the Chatterbox Sports YouTube page. Follow me at Coach Kyle Caskey. Follow at CBox Sports on X. I'm at Coach Kyle Caskey on any social media that's out there. And thank you for being a part of this. And we will see you on Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. on the Chatterbox Sports YouTube channel for the Bengals versus Vikings review, and hopefully it's another good, fun talk with all the Bengals fans about another victory. So we'll see you on Tuesday.